land of the free and home of the unlimited ranch dressing, TJ Maxx, and Pink Army fatigue. Welcome back to America! Hello, my name is Aleese Lightyear and welcome back to my channel. So I am back in the USA for summer holiday for the first time since I have been living abroad in China for the past 4 years. All you really need to know is due to China's COVID policy, I was not able to travel back and forth between China and my home in the USA like I originally planned when I first moved to China in 2019. But anyway, here we are in 2023 and I spent a lot of money and 44 hours traveling from China to Japan to Chicago to Detroit to get to my home, and I'm here now. And for the first time in my life, I am experiencing reverse culture shock. America has a problem. That problem is not just one problem. There are multiple problems. There are so many problems in this country. I think you guys all are clearly aware, and it's extremely different to just watch the news, see social media, hear about it from my friends and my family than to actually be here up in it and be able to clearly see the changes and how different it was compared to what it is now. You don't need to do a deep dive, but let me just scratch the surface. Abortion bans in many states, wealth inequality across the whole US, mass unemployment, the lack of affordable health care, the Trump impeachment, constant gun violence, school shootings, racial injustice, racial violence, and just racism, and just everything in between. And it's all just so overwhelming and intense. After talking to the people within my circle in America, it feels like their general consensus is just a bit fed up and unhappy and kind of just waiting for change that isn't happening fast enough. I am planning a group trip for 2024 and you are all invited. I've gotten the opportunity to host a group trip anywhere in the world. Maybe you guys want to travel to China with me and together we can get our feet shaved. Or maybe you want to dance with me and the aunties. Or visit all of the iconic landmarks you've seen me go to in my videos. But China isn't our only option. The world is our oyster. We can literally choose any place we want. If you guys are serious about making this group trip happen, then what you need to do first is click the link in my description below. It will take you to a very quick 2-minute survey where you can tell me what destination you want to go to, what types of things you're interested in doing, and most importantly, your travel budget. This is a really great opportunity for those who have always wanted to solo travel but don't know where to start. Or maybe you've been wanting to take a big group trip but your friends are always canceling on you last minute. I mean, it would be incredible to meet and travel with you all IRL. Aside from me, you'll also have a group of like-minded travelers. So if we can make this happen, it's gonna be amazing. Regardless of where we decide to go, everything on this trip is going to be fully planned and there will be an itinerary that is already built for us to follow. You'd be paying a flat fee that excludes flights and some meals, but we won't have all of the information until you fill out that survey. I only need 50 of you guys to fill out the survey. It is no commitment, there's no deposit, no risk. It's literally just gathering information because that's the stage that we're at now. But if you guys have any questions, hit me up on Instagram at Aleese Lightyear or send me an email or drop a comment below and let's make this happen. Next up, we have a very obvious reverse culture shock, and that is prices and inflation. I think inflation has hit the whole world hard, including China. things in China are a bit more expensive than they were when I first moved here, especially in Beijing. But in America, oh my God, I paid $13 for a basic Wendy's meal. I swear in 2019 that was like $8. I also paid $65 for a carry-on suitcase. A carry-on suitcase, not even a checked bag, $65. Insanity. And you've got to drive everywhere. But why is driving so expensive? I couldn't believe the price of gas. Nearly $4 a gallon in Michigan. Depending on the type of car you have, you know, it's 50 bucks to fill your tank with gas. It's shocking at really how expensive it is to just get by in America. And it's not like salaries are increasing. The minimum wage is getting a little bit higher depending on the state you're in. Literally at this point, you can't leave your house without spending a minimum of $100, like a day, just doing the most basic things. I have been truly gagged and gooped at how pricey everything is. I'm like, at this point, if I move back to America, I better be making a minimum of $300,000 a year for me to be living a relaxed life, because the stuff out here is too expensive.
The average American says they need to earn $233,000 a year to be financially comfortable. But in 2021, American workers on average made only $75,203 annually.
Okay, so hear me out. This one may be a tad bit controversial or whatever, but Americans just be showing a whole lot of skin. And it makes me uncomfortable. And of course, fashion trends and beauty standards tend to differ from country to country. So in China, most people have a very similar body type and tend to dress modestly. In China, they value creamy, milky white skin, long, thin legs, and tiny, skinny bodies. I mean, right now in the US, the trend, the beauty standard is to be curvy, to have a body like Cardi B or Kendall Jenner or Meg Thee Stallion, which is great. I love that. I'm all about celebrating the curves. I'm a curvy girl. Happy that the US is finally embracing curves and celebrating different body shapes. But when I tell you that literally everybody in Target is walking around with their ass and titties out, I'm not lying. The crop tops have gotten even shorter. Shorts have just turned into bathing suit bottoms, and everyone is spending their tax refund on BBLs. And everyone's got an OnlyFans account selling a lot more than feet pics. And 12-year-olds are dressing like 20-year-olds, and no one leaves anything to the imagination. It's just all there for me to see. It's just such a drastic change from my innocent eyes. Like, am I supposed to stare? I don't know what I'm supposed to do also. Because I'm so not used to seeing this, I can't help but gawk. And I'm the type of person where my emotion is written all over my face. So when I'm looking, it's not just like, it's like, and I guess that's something I have to change about myself. Moving on. I think safety is a pretty obvious reverse culture shock, especially when we compare the safety of America to literally any other country. America is not a safe place. No. And I think an impact and effect that COVID has had on the US is people are stealing a lot. I went to a Walgreens, and can you believe that they had like the deodorant and the shaving cream and the razors locked up? As in, you need to go find an employee so they can get the key to unlock the case to give you some deodorant, and then they escort you to the cashier. Deodorant, a necessity that should be affordable, but because of inflation, deodorant is $8.50. No wonder why people are stealing it. Last weekend, I flew to Los Angeles, California to visit some friends. While I was there, we went to Malibu, which is probably the third most expensive city in the whole US of A. And I left some $2 sunglasses on the table while my friend and I went outside to take pictures. And do you know, when we came back inside, less than 10 minutes later, someone had stolen my sunglasses. They didn't look expensive. I mean, when I put them on my face, they were uneven. They were dirty, had fingerprints and grease all over them. Another thing that just happened locally in my hometown is that in the town over, the Walmart shut down because they couldn't turn a profit because people were stealing so much. And then just the other day, I read this article that Walmarts are considering opening police stations inside of their stores because people are stealing like crazy. Have you ever heard such a thing? A police station inside of a Walmart? No. There's supposed to be a Subway restaurant, a nail salon, a bank, a photo studio, maybe a dentist, maybe an eyeglass place inside of a Walmart, not a police station. I'm so used to being in China where it's so safe that I can leave my laptop, my bag, my phone, my food, my drink all on the table while I go to the bathroom and then come back and then take my phone and then go outside and take pictures and be gone for 45 minutes and come back and no one has touched any of my things. So this reverse culture shock, I think, is a lasting effect of COVID, and that is extreme staff shortages. I have never seen so many help wanted signs in my life. A few weekends ago, I was with my best friend and we went to Target, and every single register was a self-checkout register, even the ones that normally aren't. There was just one employee standing in the middle with a megaphone, like yelling at people, this one's open, that one's open. If it doesn't ring up, like come and ask me, blah, blah. And because I'm nosy, I was like, where are all of the employees? Why are you the only one working the register at Target, a gigantic superstore? He was so funny and open and honest with his answer and just was like, oh, I'm the only person here because 36 people called out because people don't want to work. They just want to stay at home and chill and do nothing. Now this attitude in the US where people just generally don't want to work, it's truly baffling to me. I don't get it. I'm having a hard time wrapping my brain around the idea that you can live in one of the world's most expensive countries, the US of A, where inflation is at an all-time high, but you don't want to work and you don't have a job. How are you paying for things? What are you doing all day? I guess after a year of staying at home, not being able to go anywhere, getting all those free government stimulus checks, I guess changed people's motivation.
With $600 stimulus checks deposited into Americans' bank accounts, just as that boost began to run out, the American Rescue Plan distributed another round of stimulus checks worth $1,400 from President Biden's $1.9 trillion plan. Seemingly, every American knows someone who received a stimmy check and decided to quit their job to sit on the sofa. On top of that, the federal supplement to unemployment insurance provided $300 a week, ensuring that 4 in 10 unemployed people earned more from benefits than they did in their previous job. The Biden stimulus pushed the bank accounts of even the lowest income Americans to unexpected heights, and on average, they had more than twice as much in their savings accounts as they did when the pandemic began.
The the supermarkets. They are gigantic and so overwhelming. I can't find anything. I don't know what anything is. There's so many brand collaborations. There's so much variety. I can't handle it. I really cannot handle walking into a Kroger, a Walmart, even an Ulta, a Sephora. I cannot deal. There's just so many choices that I don't know. I don't know what to pick. I was in Walmart for, this is crazy, but like 6 hours. And I hadn't even made it to the food section. That was just like the over-the-counter meds and hair products and makeup. 6 hours in Walmart, literally reading every single label, looking at every single thing, because I'm like, wow, oh, okay. Just acclimating myself with all of the brands because there's just so many. A wonderful thing about an American supermarket is it truly is a one-stop shop. I mean, from lawnmowers to toilet paper to bourbon to baby wipes to microwaves to Cheese Itz. Like, a Walmart has all of those things, and I love that because China is not like that. Usually I have to go to 1 or 2 stores to get all of the things I need, especially when it comes to international ingredients. Of course, living in China, that's one of the things that I have missed the most is the variety of going to the grocery store. But I was not expecting for me to come back to America and not be able to handle the chaos of a grocery store. It really is the overwhelming amount of products. Like, walking down the spaghetti sauce aisle, a whole aisle of thousands of different brands of spaghetti sauces. I don't even remember which one I like. I don't remember the ones I used to buy. Why is this so hard? But it's so funny because literally the exact same thing can be said about China. America has spaghetti sauce and salad dressing aisles. China has rice and soy sauce and vinegar aisles. And you have no idea which one to buy, which one to choose. It's very overwhelming. So I guess what I'm saying is I'm a person who gets overwhelmed at any grocery store in any country. The next one is probably my favorite reverse culture shock, and that is the diversity of America. OMG, I have been loving it. Seeing all of the beautiful shades of brown and black just makes my heart filled with joy, because after living 3 years in a homogeneous country like China, where everyone is the same and the borders have been closed and no one new is able to come in, you can go days, weeks, even months, depending on where you live, without seeing another person that looks like you. And so when I got off that plane in Detroit and I was able to see my people and other people's people and other people's peoples, it made me feel great. It made me remember one of the things that I love the most about my country, which is its diversity. America truly is a melting pot of so many beautiful cultures and people in one place. And yeah, I really missed that. And I just can't even express how happy that makes me to be in a place where everyone is different, not just me. So that's it. That is my long list of reverse culture shocks that I have been experiencing on a daily basis while being back in America for the first time in 4 years after China. Oh, if you are someone who has also experienced reverse culture shock in your home country or the USA, drop a comment below and let me know what was the most shocking to you. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Share the video with all of your friends. You know what it is. Aleese Lightyear, over and out.